When the heck is the fabled altcoin season going to come? How much longer do we have to wait, Internet man? Well, if you've been holding Cardano or XRP or Stellar Lumens the last week or two, you've probably been doing pretty damn well for yourself. Oh, you bought Peanut or Mudang Meme Coin Hippo Coin early. Most altcoin investors are not in that situation. Most altcoin investors are underwater still. Altcoins continue to generally underperform in the market. I know there's been some real exceptions to that, but what we're about to see happen is going to blow everything that you know about altcoin investing out of the damn water. And I got the charts to back up that statement today. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first and foremost, this is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And this is actually a history lesson, because this goes back to December 2020, okay? So the breakout to all-time highs for Bitcoin happened here, okay, around the 14th of December 2020, from which point Bitcoin dominance soared from 65 up to 75. Well, let's call it 74%. Big move for Bitcoin dominance. You see, this is what happens. Bitcoin, when it breaks out from its all-time highs, which we've just done 2.5-3 weeks ago, it sucks all the air out of the room. It's like a fire, just feeds on the oxygen provided by altcoin liquidity. People dump their altcoin bags for 50% losses to chase a 15-20% move on Bitcoin. Make it make sense, but it doesn't. It's what the market does. People chase the pump, okay? And I know we've seen Solana and some other coins doing well, obviously, but Bitcoin has been sucking the liquidity out of the market. Okay, and this happens every damn cycle. So we can see here, for example, where we've been. Bitcoin dominance has been steadily grinding higher since really late 2022. It's been an amazing thing to watch as the market just looks more and more at Bitcoin. However, we are also in this rising wedge pattern, which generally has a downside target. Okay, it's a bearish chart pattern, essentially. Perhaps we break out of that and just go so much dramatically higher, melt everyone's faces. However, chances are we're going to get a situation in the not so distant future where Bitcoin dominance starts falling, because at some point the upside reward for Bitcoin just diminishes too much, and the smart money realizes that, and they start going and buying all the other stuff, okay? The retail money, the dumb money also realizes that and starts going and buy the other stuff. Yeah, I think right now for Bitcoin, it's 100K Bitcoin. Let's just say it's 100K Bitcoin today. Here's the thing. To get 100% gains on Bitcoin, it needs to go to 200K. The market cap needs to double to like $3 trillion or whatever. It's a big ask. It's a very big ask. That's going to happen this cycle, but it's not going to happen overnight. And in the time that it takes for Bitcoin to go from 100K to 200K, altcoins are going to put in 3 to 20x returns versus that Bitcoin move. Okay? And when we see these moves start happening, Bitcoin dominance falls real fast. And when Bitcoin dominance falls under this blue line, the 50-week EMA, that is the time when basically you have the signal that altcoins are going crazy and will probably go crazier for a few months to weeks ahead. I mean, just look at what happened here back in 2021, right? This is the peak of Bitcoin dominance falling right here in May. But look at that, just cascade for Bitcoin dominance falling down. This meant that altcoins were printing money big time during that time. Now, real quick before we get into the next chart here, guys, if you want a great way to spend your cryptocurrency profits, you need yourself a crypto.com debit card. These things are the gosh darn best way to be cashing out your gains. It makes it super simple to actually spend it in real life. You can just go top it up with stable coins from the profits that you made investing early and all kinds of great stuff, right? And then you can just spend it like you would any card anywhere, right? You can buy clothes, coffee, whatever. It's a great way to be able to spend your cryptocurrency profits the super easy way. Just use your stable coins, put them on your card, and off you go. And if you use the link down below to get your card, you'll also get a $50 CRO bonus. Pretty cool, right? Go check it out. Link down below in the description. Okay, back to the charts. No, but seriously, these cards are great. I've been using mine for like 4 years now. Use it all the time. Now, let's take a look at this. This is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? Still a lot of upside left on this chart. We're going to come back to this in a few minutes because there's some very important things here to point out on this chart. But we're looking at some catalysts that are going to come that are going to make this chart right here move real fast, because when you take Bitcoin and Ethereum, the big cap coins, out of the market, the other 40% of the market is altcoins and stablecoins, and stablecoins probably make up a big percentage of that, probably 20% of that or something like that. So this is where all the real money is made by probably a lot of the most average investors coming into the space. Buying Bitcoin, fantastic, but the market bottom to the market top for Bitcoin's 10 to 15x. It's great, fantastic. But if you're entering the market right now, welcome. Or if you've entered the market in the last 6 months, you were kind of late. You didn't get to buy Bitcoin under $20,000. Okay, you're sitting here, you're paying attention to crypto now. You want to make some money, and you're looking at Bitcoin going, well, it's kind of late. It is kind of late for Bitcoin. Love my Bitcoin bags. I'm well packed. If you're just showing up to the party now, welcome, first and foremost. But you need to understand that coming to the party now, your upside's limited. So you want to get into the altcoin game. You want to know an altcoin season is coming. Well, the catalysts are already starting to play out. We see people downloading the Coinbase app, downloading the Phantom app. In fact, PayPal and the Cash app, by the way, are also places where you can buy Bitcoin. So the top finance apps on the App Store and stuff like this are crypto-related apps. Okay, mostly, not all of them, but mostly. So in that situation, we are seeing more people starting to pay attention to crypto, okay? And when more people pay attention to crypto, more money comes into the market, prices go up, okay? And as more normies come in, and we've seen in the past when we see big surges in Coinbase app downloads, usually it takes a few weeks for prices to really start to move on altcoins. Okay, it doesn't happen the same day that people download the wallets. They got a KYC and get funds over there and blah, 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 blah. And then they go and start aping a bunch of money in, okay? So it's coming. It's coming. And we've definitely seen coins moving. Look, this is the XRP chart, up 200% in 2 weeks. That is a gargantuan, unheard of move for a major asset like this. This is XRP's out here trading like it's a low cap altcoin or something. And this thing's worth $100 billion or whatever today. These are big, big numbers here, folks. Big numbers indeed. Cardano, similar situation, up 170% in the last 3 weeks. So altcoins are moving, and this is, you need to understand though, that 170% move, impressive. That 200% move, impressive. These are just appetizers for what is to come, guys. Just think about this. For XRP to get back to its previous all-time high price is going to require another, it's a big number here, it's going to require another 130% price move higher. Crazy, right? And that's going to happen as more and more money floods into altcoins looking for the next big thing. Cardano, very similar situation where even to get back to previous all-time highs, we're not talking about price discovery. I think both these assets go into price discovery, okay? Look at this. 250% for Cardano to get back up there, okay? So we're talking big moves, and this is where the money's going to be made. Just buying Cardano as a play to get it back to the all-time high price, you're going to make a 2-to-1 versus holding Bitcoin from 100K to 200K. Okay, and if Bitcoin goes from 100K to 200K, Cardano is going to go back up to $3. Not financial advice. I don't have a crystal ball, but that's just, my speculation here, okay? Stock Money Lizards here, the great chart saying a lot of altcoins look like this at the moment. And he's right. We've been charting quite a few of these in the newsletter. Talked about quite a few of these here on the channel as well, but we get these double, triple bottoms happening. We have clear breakouts from these descending trend lines. There's so many altcoins that look like this right now. Basically, the altcoin market is primed to pop with all these major altcoins sharing very similar patterns right now. You see Dog with Hat, and you see Brett, and you see all these other things going through major breakouts right now. Render and Near and all these different ones. I'm trying to think of all the stuff we've charted in the last week or two in the newsletter. A lot of breakout patterns here playing out. So definitely something worth paying attention to. And what's interesting, you might have seen a coin hit its breakout and it's up 50% or something like that. Like, they got a lot of room left to run. Don't feel like you're late. I mean, you're not super early, but for these breakout patterns, and we did a video on breakout patterns last week, by the way, didn't get a crazy amount of views. Most people just want to be spoon-fed. Go and buy this coin now. It's not how it works, guys. If that's how you're investing, you're going to lose your money consistently time and time again. You need to learn a little bit of skills. You need to figure out what these breakout trends look like. I made a video on that. Please go watch it. But here we go. Descending trend lines, breakouts all across the board for major altcoins. So definitely something to pay attention to. Now, this is the other, there's a total crypto market cap excluding top 10 coins. So this is the others. The pair's called, the chart's called the others. And here's the thing. This tends to lag behind a Bitcoin move. So let's have a look at this. You can see that back in 2020, November, we saw a big breakdown here, okay, where this went down significantly, reaching its bottom the same week that Bitcoin dominance reached its peak, okay, so it works in an inverse. And then we saw, of course, once it retook the 50-week moving average, blue line on the chart, or exponential moving average, by the way, once it retook that line, then it basically raged from the 25th of January all the way until the 18th of April 2022. Absolute madness. Huge sums of money were made in this time right here before, of course, we dropped back under that trend line and then it was over. Bear market confirmed, essentially. This is where the money will be made. When we cross back over this, okay, we are currently trading under it because Bitcoin is currently sucking the air out of the room, as we discussed, okay? When we cross back over that 50-week EMA, that's the real signal that altcoin season is going to go crazy, okay? A lot of money to be made buying under this blue line. Over the blue line, start considering your exit plan, okay? Don't exit on day one. Well, not financial advice, obviously. But, you know, historically speaking, you don't want to exit on day one. You want to let it play out a little bit. You want to let it build up a little bit. Now, the last run lasted for a very long time. But within that entire run, there was wild volatility in the markets, right? Just a reminder here. So we crossed over in January 21, hit a massive peak here in May, which is a great time to get the heck out of altcoins. April, May 21 was a good time to sell. Then we had a massive pullback, but we didn't actually lose the moving average. Very important to note here. And then, of course, we surged higher for that final end of year rally in November, December, and it rolled into January with NFT hype and stuff like that going crazy before the markets finally topped out and tanked. So, not to say this breakout, when it happens here, whenever that happens, probably in the next few weeks, when Bitcoin cools down a little bit, altcoins will take off. When that happens, we're going to see huge outsized gains for a wide variety of altcoins and major markups across the board for all of your favorite altcoin pairs. At least that's historically speaking how it's worked. And again, the move tends to lag behind Bitcoin, okay? So that's something you need to understand. This is the Ethereum chart. I know we've talked about this a few times, so it's worth continuing to remind you. Bitcoin broke out on the 14th of December, 2020. Ethereum at the time was 60% under its previous all-time high, and it took 6 to 7 weeks before we actually got a breakout here for Ethereum. So from the point that the Bitcoin breakout's happening, which was 2 weeks ago, we might see another 4 to 6 weeks before we see a major breakout for Ethereum, where we start seeing new highs for other cryptocurrency altcoins, and where we see this others, the total crypto market cap excluding the top 10 coins, dominance chart break above the 50-week EMA. Now, here's some interesting perspective for you. Just to get back to the previous all-time high for the total market cap, excluding Bitcoin, Ethereum, so essentially the altcoin market cap, requires a 30% move higher. So to go from 870 billion a day to 1.2 trillion, which it was previously. But that's not where this train is going to stop. Oh no, we're going to go to new highs this cycle. And we did map this out recently. Let's just throw that fib up there again because it's really worth keeping in mind how crazy things could get when it starts pumping, okay? Because best case scenario is we go up a little bit over $3 trillion at the peak top of the market cycle, which we go from 800 billion today to, let's say, just 3 trillion by the end. So it's 250% gains or something like that from the current price level. Maybe even almost 300%. Well, it depends if it goes to 3.5 trillion, which might not be that crazy. Let's go say it just goes to 3 trillion, 250% gains. This is insanity because it's not to say that every altcoin is going to go up by 250%. It's not how it works, right? We see tens of billions of stable coins come into the market. We see maybe even hundreds of billions of stable coins come into the market. You know, big coins like Ethereum are going to move 2, 3, 400%. My target's about 400%. Maybe it only goes 300%. That's fine. I'm okay with that. I'll survive. If it only goes up 300% from here to the peak top, it'll be okay. As long as I can sell my ETH over 10K, I'm going to be a happy camper. A lot of coins are going to see major markups. And this is the thing is your mid cap stuff is going to do 10, 20x moves. Your low cap stuff is going to do 50, 100x moves. No guarantees, obviously. You have to be in the right coins. But big money's going to be made, and chances are that move is going to start over the next few weeks. So by the end of the year, I would suspect we're going to see some movement on this and potentially a major breakout here for altcoins. Okay, I know we've had some big moves recently, but that's just the appetizer. The main course still being cooked in the kitchen. Okay, so keep paying attention, stay locked in. The best days of this market cycle are ahead of us. They won't last forever. They never do. You have to take profits, okay? Don't screw it up. Don't let the greed take over your head, okay? Please remember, this is a volatile asset class. A lot of these things are going to go down 99% in the bear market. You have to take profits, okay? Just because we're on the precipice of a major move likely to the upside, don't let that cloud your judgment or cloud the reality that when the bear market hits, all these new paradigm of money coins are going to go down so bad. Thanks for watching.